In this session, I'm going to look at how we can use IDL or interdisciplinary work or cross-curricular work outdoors that can include languages. So this can be done in different ways. We can start in the classroom and go outside, or start outside and go inside. And the language can be done at any point in conjunction with it, or before or after. Just depends on what approach you want to use. Got 3 different ideas, again starting with probably the simplest and then taking it forward and progressing to slightly more complex ideas. So first of all, symmetry, looking at paintings of mini beasts. This was done in nursery. The children had learnt the words for these creatures in English, and then this was done in French, and then they painted these pictures and were looking at lines of symmetry. And we used it as an opportunity to revise colours in English and in French. So here you can see a butterfly, un papillon, and it's got 1 line of symmetry if we're looking at the numeracy side of things. And we could look at the colours. We've got yellow and purple, red and blue. So jaune, rouge, violet and bleu. You could then also start to look at the different parts of the butterfly, the antennae, wings, etc. And if learners are able, or perhaps progressing into P1, we might want to put it into a sentence and describing, saying it has, il a, or it is, c'est. Could also look at building a mini den, taking maybe more of a look at technology, thinking about what we might need, what materials we would need, why would we need these materials, the properties of them, and then maybe estimating, using our sort of numeracy skills, how many sticks do we think we would need, and then counting them up. And then obviously if different children make different mini dens, you can compare them and look at which ones work well or not. And you could also pour water using perhaps watering can or also a bucket, and see if the toy gets wet and see how sheltered they are and what we might use to make them more sheltered. In terms of the language, we can teach them the words for the items they need, like les branches, les rochers, the branches and the rocks, and we can count the numbers of sticks and maybe estimate how many there are. And that gives us the opportunity, hopefully, to go much higher than just 20 with older pupils. Can also look at life cycles. This might be of a butterfly or a frog, and we can look at naming the different stages in another language. And I'm going to show you an example of a video of a P1 to 3 class. They're working on the life cycle of butterfly.
Très bien. Alors, image numéro 1, c'est levé numéro 1. Put your hand, put your picture up. What's number 1? Levé numéro 1. Très bien. Excellent. Des numéro 1. Ok, numéro 1. Numéro 2. Trouver numéro 2. Excellent. Numéro 2. Une chemise. Caterpillar. What comes next? Is it the cat?
Okay, I'm going to just pause it there. Once the children had worked through that, they were learning the words, and then they actually mimed them out, and the children then had to guess what the different parts of the cycle were and what they were. So it was a great wee activity. Anyway, have a go. Choose one of these activities yourself, perhaps. Start to think about how you can take a more topic-based, cross-curricular approach and bring languages in.